All right, so today we're going to look into something pretty interesting, I think. AI and insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, you might not think those two really go together, but there's a
Yeah.
lot going on behind the scenes. And we're taking a deep dive today into pasted text.
Wow.
And I think it'll be pretty interesting to see how much AI is already
Yeah.
changing the insurance world, and not just with the stuff you might hear about on the news or something.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating how the industry is really shifting.
Uh-huh.
Insurance has always been about that human judgment experience, gut feeling,
Right.
all of that. But with like the sheer volume of data that's available now,
Yeah.
AI is really stepping in to make sense of it all.
Oh.
And that's leading to some really big changes in how risk is assessed.
So it's not even just like replacing humans, it's like changing the whole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really a fundamental shift.
That's huge.
Yeah. So imagine like a traditional underwriter.
Right.
They would look at your application,
Yeah.
maybe your credit score, a few basic things.
Mm-hmm.
But AI can analyze just mountains of data points.
Oh, wow.
Everything from like claims history to, believe it or not,
What social media?
actual-
Social media.
Yeah.
That's a little creepy.
yeah, but it creates this much more detailed picture of the risk.
I guess so.
Right.
Yeah. So does that mean like more accurate pricing for us
I'd
as
say-
consumers then?
Yeah. So the Accenture study that we have here
Okay.
actually shows that AI can improve risk assessment accuracy by like 30%.
30%.
That's huge.
That is big. Yeah.
It translates to more personalized policies, potentially lower premiums for people who are lower risk,
Oh, wow.
and even customized coverage options based on, what you actually need.
Okay, so it's less of that one size fits all
Just
that
better
never seems to, right.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Much more tailored to you.
So what about the part we all dread, claims?
Yeah.
Can AI make that whole process less painful?
This is where it gets really cool.
Okay.
So McKinsey's reporting that AI can cut claims processing times by up to 50%.
50%. Yeah. So imagine getting your claim settled in half the time.
I would love that.
Right.
Yeah.
It does this by automating a lot of those initial steps,
Uh-huh.
freeing up the human adjusters for the really complex cases.
So faster payouts.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want that? But I do wonder if sometimes speed means sacrificing accuracy a little bit.
Right.
Is there like a risk that AI is going to miss important details if it's like rushing through a claim?
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that AI isn't making the final decision in most cases.
Okay.
It's more like a super efficient assistant. It's
Mhm.
flagging potential issues, highlighting inconsistencies, and speeding up that initial review.
Okay.
But ultimately, human oversight is still crucial.
So it's a partnership, not
Got
a takeover.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Like
Yeah.
AI is doing all the tedious stuff,
Right.
letting the humans focus on the parts that actually need a person.
Exactly.
What about fraud, though? Insurance fraud is a huge problem. Can
Mhm.
AI actually help with that?
That's where AI's analytical power really comes in.
Okay.
So remember we talked about all that data
Right.
AI can process.
Yeah.
It's not just about like crunching numbers.
Okay.
AI algorithms are trained to actually spot patterns and anomalies
Uh-huh.
that might point to fraudulent activity.
So it's like a digital detective
Yeah.
sniffing out like suspicious claims.
Exactly.
Does it have like a massive database of known fraud schemes or something?
It's even more sophisticated than that.
Really?
Yeah, AI uses what's called machine learning,
Okay.
which means it's constantly learning and adapting.
Oh, wow.
So it analyzes these huge data sets to understand even the subtle indicators of fraud,
Okay.
things that might slip past even the most seasoned human investigator.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Can you give me like a concrete example, though? Like,
Sure.
what kind of things might trigger the AI to flag a claim as potentially fraudulent?
So let's say someone files a claim for a stolen car.
Okay.
AI might cross-reference that claim with, like, police reports, social media activity, even traffic camera footage.
Oh, wow.
And if it finds inconsistencies,
Yeah.
maybe the car was supposedly stolen from a place where the owner wasn't even near,
Mm-hmm.
that raises a red flag.
Oh, so it's like putting together a puzzle, but at lightning speed.
Exactly.
Wow. That's got to be a huge asset for insurers.
It really is. And the real power of AI in fraud detection
Yeah.
isn't just about catching the bad guys after the fact.
Right.
It's about preventing the fraud before it even happens.
Hold on. How does it stop fraud before it even starts?
Right.
Is this like Minority Report or something?
Not quite.
Okay.
But think of it this way. AI can analyze data in real time.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone tries to make a suspicious transaction or file a claim that matches a known fraud pattern,
Right.
AI can flag it immediately.
Wow.
It can even block certain actions or alert human investigators to step in.
So it's like having this superpowered fraud prevention system
Exactly.
constantly on guard.
That's a great way to put it.
That's pretty reassuring.
Yeah.
But with AI doing so much,
Right.
what's the role of like actual human insurance professionals then?
Right.
Are they going to be replaced by robots?
That's a common concern.
Yeah.
But the reality is that AI is more of a powerful tool
Okay.
that actually makes humans better at their jobs. It's a partnership.
Okay.
AI handles the heavy lifting, like the data analysis, the pattern recognition, the initial screenings.
Yeah.
But that frees up humans to focus on the more complex parts of the work.
So instead of being afraid of it,
Right.
insurance professionals should see it as a way to like
Exactly.
level up their skills.
Yeah, boost their skills and become even more effective.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a really exciting time.
AI is taking all the grunt work out of it, letting the humans actually build relationships and provide that personalized support.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you mentioned that AI can actually make insurance more customer-centric. How does that work?
Right.
Isn't AI supposed to make things more like impersonal?
That's a misconception.
Okay.
Remember those AI-powered chatbots we talked about?
Right. Yeah.
They're evolving so rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not just about answering basic questions anymore.
Okay.
They can provide really personalized support 24/7.
24/7.
Yeah, so imagine, like, you need help with your policy at 2 a.m.
Right.
You don't have to wait for business hours. You just chat with the AI
Oh, wow.
and get what you need.
That would be awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Much more convenient.
I can imagine it being way less frustrating to deal with insurance then.
Exactly.
But what about those times where you really do need to talk to a human?
Yeah,
Can AI handle that?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So think the chatbot is that first point of contact.
Okay.
It can answer those basic questions, guide you through simple processes, and even collect information about your issue.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's more complex or you just want to talk to a person,
Right.
the chatbot can seamlessly transfer you to a live agent.
So it's like having a personalized concierge for all your insurance needs.
That's a great way to put it.
Always available, always ready to help.
Yeah.
Can connect you with a person if needed.
And AI's role in customer service goes even deeper than that.
Okay. How so?
Remember how we talked about AI personalizing risk assessment?
Yeah.
That same power can be used to personalize recommendations
Yeah.
and make sure you're getting the coverage that you actually need.
How does it figure out what I actually need?
Right.
Is it like analyzing my whole internet history?
Not quite.
Okay.
It looks at your demographics, your lifestyle, your risk profile,
Uh-huh.
even your past interactions with the insurer
Okay.
to build this personalized profile.
Okay.
Then instead of offering you this like generic menu of options,
Right.
AI can suggest specific products and coverage
Oh, wow.
that actually align with your situation.
So it's like having a personal insurance advisor that actually understands my needs
Yeah.
and can give me good advice.
Precisely, AI can really help you navigate the world of insurance
Yeah.
and make the whole process more transparent, more efficient, and ultimately more customer-centric.
This is really changing how I think about AI.
Yeah.
It's not just about like cold, hard data and automation.
Right.
It can actually make things feel more personal.
Yeah,
What about the future, though?
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
that's the big question.
What other advancements are coming?
Well, one area that's showing incredible promise is predictive modeling.
Okay.
So by analyzing massive amounts of data,
Uh-huh.
AI can help insurers predict future risks.
Predict the future.
In a way,
You're not talking about fortune telling, are you?
not exactly.
Okay.
But AI can analyze historical data, weather patterns, geographical information, all sorts of factors
Yep.
to predict things like the likelihood of natural disasters,
Wow.
the frequency and severity of claims, even customer churn.
That's incredible.
It's like giving insurers a crystal ball
Yeah.
to see what's coming down the road.
Yeah. How does that translate into benefits for like the average person, though?
So let's take the example of natural disasters.
Okay.
AI can help insurers identify the areas that are most at risk
Mm-hmm.
And then they can adjust pricing accordingly.
Okay.
They could even proactively reach out to customers in those areas
Oh, wow.
with advice on how to prepare for potential events.
So it's not just reacting to disasters after they happen. It's being
just
proactive
Yeah.
and helping customers mitigate the risk before it even becomes a problem.
Exactly.
That's great.
And the same logic applies to things like claim frequency and severity.
Uh-huh.
AI can help insurers understand which types of policies are most likely to result in claims
Right.
and how much those claims might cost.
No, okay.
That allows them to price policies more accurately,
Okay.
ensuring that they have the resources to cover potential claims and keep coverage stable and predictable for their customers.
That makes sense.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
So can it also predict things like customer churn, like people leaving and switching to a different company?
Yeah. By analyzing customer data,
Uh-huh.
AI can identify patterns that might indicate a customer's unhappy or thinking about leaving.
Oh, wow.
That allows the insurer to proactively reach out to those customers,
Okay.
address their concerns, and potentially keep them from switching.
So it's not just about getting new customers, it's about
See, that's
understanding the ones you already have.
It's about building those relationships
Yeah.
and keeping those customers happy.
This has been really insightful.
Yeah.
It feels like we've only scratched the surface of how AI is changing the insurance industry.
I think that's true.
It's clear that it's already having a huge impact and
Yeah.
it's only going to grow.
Absolutely.
But before we wrap up, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier
Okay.
about AI making insurance more human-centric.
Right.
Do you really think that's possible?
I do, and I think the key is how we choose to develop and implement AI.
Okay.
If we focus on using AI to empower customers, enhance human capabilities,
Uh-huh.
and create a fairer system, then I think AI can make insurance more human-centric than ever before.
So the future of AI and insurance isn't like predetermined.
Right.
It's up to us to shape it.
Exactly. It's in our hands.
That's pretty powerful.
It is. It's a responsibility we all share.
And on that note, I want to thank you for joining us today for this deep dive into the world of AI and insurance.
It's been my pleasure.
It's been fascinating, and I feel like I've learned so much.
I'm glad to hear that.
And to our listeners, we hope this deep dive has given you a better understanding of how AI is changing the insurance landscape, both for the industry and for you as individuals.
It's a complex and evolving topic,
Yeah.
but it's one that we need to engage with because AI is here to stay.
Right.
And it's going to have a profound impact on all of our lives.
It really is.
So as we move forward,
Yeah.
it's important to stay informed, ask critical questions, and demand that AI be used in ways that benefit all of us.
That's a great point.
The future of insurance, and really the future of many industries, will be shaped by how we choose to use AI.
So keep those questions coming, keep those conversations going, and keep exploring the world of AI and its impact on our lives.
That's the spirit.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks again.
Thank you. It's not just about crunching numbers.
Mm-hmm.
AI algorithms are actually trained to spot patterns and anomalies that might signal fraudulent activity.
So it's like a digital detective
Yeah.
sniffing out those suspicious claims.
Exactly.
Does it have like a massive database of known fraud schemes that it compares against?
It's even more sophisticated than that.
Really?
AI uses what's called machine learning,
Okay.
meaning it's constantly learning and adapting.
Oh, wow.
So it analyzes these vast data sets to understand even the subtle indicators of fraud,
Okay.
things that might slip past even the most experienced human investigator.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's really remarkable.
Could you give me like a concrete example? What kind of things might trigger the AI to flag a claim as potentially fraudulent?
So let's say someone files a claim for a stolen car.
Okay.
The AI might cross-reference the claim details with police reports, social media activity, even traffic camera footage.
Oh, wow.
And if it finds inconsistencies,
Uh-huh.
like maybe the car was supposedly stolen from a location the owner wasn't even near,
Right.
that would raise a red flag.
So it's like putting together a puzzle,
Yeah,
but AI can do it at lightning speed.
exactly, and much more efficiently.
That has to be a huge asset for insurers.
It is, but the real power of AI in fraud detection
Yeah.
isn't just about catching the bad guys after the fact.
Right.
It's about preventing fraud from happening in the first place.
Wait, hold on. How does AI stop fraud before it even starts?
Well, think of it this way. AI can analyze data in real time.
Okay.
So if someone tries to make a suspicious transaction or file a claim that matches a known fraud pattern, the AI can flag it immediately. It can even block certain actions or alert human investigators to intervene.
So it's like having this super-powered fraud prevention system
Exactly.
constantly on guard.
That's a great way to put it.
That's pretty reassuring.
Yeah, it definitely adds a layer of security.
But with AI doing so much, what's the role of human insurance professionals then?
Right.
Are they going to be replaced by robots?
It's a common concern, but the reality is AI is more of a powerful tool that enhances human capabilities.
Okay.
It's a partnership.
Gotcha.
AI can handle the heavy lifting, the data analysis, the pattern recognition, the initial screenings, freeing up humans to focus on the more complex and nuanced aspects of their work.
So instead of fearing AI, insurance professionals should see it as a way to boost their skills and become even more effective.
Yeah, it's about working together.
I love that.
AI and humans each bringing their strengths to the table.
It's like AI is taking the grunt work out of insurance, letting humans focus on building those relationships and providing that personalized support.
Yeah, it's the idea.
Speaking of which, you mentioned earlier that AI can actually make insurance more customer-centric. How does that work?
Well, remember those AI-powered chatbots we talked about?
Yeah.
They're evolving rapidly,
Okay.
and they're not just about answering basic questions anymore.
Right.
They can provide personalized support 24/7.
24/7.
So imagine needing help with your policy at 2 a.m.
Okay.
You don't have to wait for business hours. You can just chat with an AI assistant and get the information you need.
Wow, that would be a game changer.
Right.
Yeah, I can already imagine how much less frustrating dealing with insurance could become.
Much more convenient.
What about those times when you really do need to talk to a human, though?
Yeah.
Can AI handle that kind of escalation?
Absolutely. So think of the chatbot as the first point of contact.
Okay.
It can answer basic questions, guide you through simple processes, even collect information about your issue. If the situation is more complex, or you simply prefer to talk to a human,
Right.
the chatbot can seamlessly transfer you to a live agent.
So it's like having a personalized concierge service for your insurance needs.
That's a great way to put it.
Always available, always ready to help.
And always learning more about you.
And can connect you with the right resources when needed.
Exactly.
AI's role in customer service goes even deeper than that, though, right?
It does. Remember, we talked about AI personalizing risk assessment.
Yeah.
That same power can be used to tailor recommendations
Okay.
and make sure you're getting the coverage that truly fits your individual needs.
How does it figure out what I actually need?
Right. It looks at your demographics, your lifestyle, your risk profile, even your past interactions with the insurer
Okay.
to create a personalized profile.
So then instead of offering me a generic menu of options,
Exactly.
AI can suggest specific products and coverage levels that align with my individual circumstances.
Precisely. It's all about making sure you have the right protection.
So it's like having a personal insurance advisor who actually understands my needs and can give me tailored advice.
That's a great way to think about it.
This is really changing my perception of how AI can be used.
Yeah.
It's not just about cold, hard data and automation.
Right.
It can actually make things feel more personalized and human.
It's about using technology to enhance the human experience.
I like that. But I have to ask, what about the future?
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Well, that's the exciting part.
What other exciting advancements are on the horizon?
One area that's already showing incredible promise is predictive modeling.
Okay.
By analyzing massive amounts of data, AI can help insurers predict future risks
Yeah.
with a level of accuracy we've never seen before.
Wait, hold on. Predict the future.
In a way,
You're not talking about fortune telling, are you?
not exactly, but AI can analyze historical data, weather patterns, geographical information,
Okay.
and a whole host of other factors to predict things like the likelihood of natural disasters, the frequency and severity of claims, even customer churn.
So it's like giving insurers a crystal ball to see what's coming down the road.
Yeah, it's about providing them with better insights to make more informed decisions.
But how does that translate into tangible benefits for the average person?
Let's take the example of natural disasters.
Okay.
AI can help insurers identify areas that are most at risk, allowing them to adjust pricing accordingly,
Right.
and even proactively reach out to customers in those areas with advice on how to prepare for potential events.
So it's not just about reacting to disasters after they happen.
Exactly.
It's about being proactive and helping customers mitigate risk before it becomes a problem.
That's the goal.
And the same logic applies to things like claim frequency and severity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
AI can help insurers understand which types of policies are most likely to result in claims
Okay.
and how much those claims might cost.
So that allows them to
to price policies more accurately, ensuring they have the resources to cover potential claims and provide stable, predictable coverage for their customers.
It sounds like AI is giving insurers a much clearer view of the risks they're facing,
It's about using data to make better decisions.
which ultimately benefits everyone involved.
Exactly. When insurers have a better understanding of risk, everyone benefits.
I'm curious, can AI also predict things like customer churn?
Absolutely.
Like people deciding to switch to a different insurance company?
By analyzing customer data, AI can identify patterns that might indicate a customer is unhappy or considering leaving.
Oh, wow.
This allows insurers to proactively reach out to those customers, address their concerns, and potentially retain their business.
So it's not just about acquiring new customers.
Rep-
It's about understanding existing customers better and building stronger relationships.
Exactly. It's about taking a more holistic approach to customer management.
This has been incredibly insightful.
I'm glad you found it helpful.
It feels like we've only scratched the surface of how AI is transforming the insurance industry.
There's so much more to explore.
It's clear that AI is already having a major impact.
It is, and that impact is only going to grow in the years to come.
But before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Sure.
The potential for AI to make insurance more human-centric.
Yeah,
Do you really believe that's possible?
I do, and I think the key lies in how we choose to develop and implement AI.
Okay.
If we focus on using AI to empower customers, enhance human capabilities, and create a more fair and equitable system,
Uh-huh.
then I believe AI has the potential to make insurance more human-centric than ever before.
So the future of AI in insurance isn't predetermined. It's up to us to shape it in a way that benefits everyone.
We have the power to guide its development and ensure it's used for good.
Well said. It's both exciting and a little daunting to think about.
It is. It's a challenge and an opportunity.
But that's the beauty of technology, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a tool, and we get to decide how we use it.
It's up to us to use it wisely and responsibly.
Yeah, it really feels like we're at the beginning of something big
Yeah.
with AI and insurance.
It's a really interesting time.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're standing on the edge of like uncharted territory,
I like that. Yeah.
full of possibilities,
Right.
but also a lot of unknowns.
Yeah, and it highlights why these conversations are so important.
Right.
We need to be having these discussions, thinking critically about how we use AI and make sure it serves us,
Right.
not the other way around.
Yeah, you've given us a lot to think about today.
Well, I'm glad.
I especially appreciate how you've pointed out not just the cool technology,
Right.
but like the real human impact,
Yeah.
for both consumers and the people who work in insurance.
That human element is so crucial.
Yeah,
AI should enhance our lives,
right.
not replace us.
Not get rid of us.
And in insurance, that means focusing on AI solutions
Yeah,
that make things more transparent, equitable,
Mm.
and ultimately beneficial for everyone involved.
that's a great point. Well said.
Thank you.
And on that note, I want to thank you for joining us today for this deep dive into AI and insurance.
It's been my pleasure.
It's been fascinating, and I feel like I have a much better understanding of what we can expect
Oh, good. I'm glad.
in the future,
Yeah.
both the potential and the challenges.
There's a lot of both.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it so interesting.
And to our listeners, we hope this deep dive has given you a better understanding of how AI is reshaping the insurance landscape.
Yeah.
Like we've discussed, it's not just about the technology itself,
Right.
but about how that technology impacts you,
Absolutely.
your coverage, your interactions with the industry.
It's about the human impact.
The key takeaway, I think, is that AI isn't some far-off thing.
Yeah.
It's here now.
It's happening right now.
And it's already changing how insurance works.
So stay informed, stay curious, keep asking those questions.
Exactly. And engage in these conversations.
Yeah. The future of insurance.
Right.
And frankly, the future of a lot of industries is going to be shaped by how we choose to use this technology.
Absolutely. All right, that's a perfect note to end on.
It really is.
So until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep diving deep into the world around you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you. It was great being here.